Happy video day, guys. Christina, Brooke here. Today I am so excited. I'm here with a lot of color for you guys. I am so colorful. I'm actually so colorful right now that I swear that my camera could not adjust to this color. It didn't understand. It was like yellow and green. It didn't get this, okay? So we are very colorful today because today we are jumping into a palette that I've actually had sitting here waiting to show you guys. So this is the Oden's Eye collaboration with Angelica Nyqvist, and it is this palette. Oh my God. So this is called the Hela palette, and it's available February 14th. So I wanted to film this video to have it up to you either right before it launches or on launch date. So I'm so excited to show you this. If you are new though, I would love it if maybe you would take 1 second to go ahead and hit subscribe, join the family. I'm talking about makeup and also fashion, so you might like it around here. And yeah, let's get into this. There's a lot to talk about this palette. I think you guys are gonna really want this, okay? So like, did I just ruin this whole video for you? Like, I think you guys are gonna really want this. So let's get into the details. Let me show you guys this eye look. I will compare it to the Club Nebula for you guys, and we'll do everything in this video. So let's start right now. So if you guys are new to Oden's Eye is more of an indie brand, but they believe that they're based in Sweden. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that they're in Sweden, and they have the most pigmented shadows. They actually have sent me over a few different eyeshadow palettes and blushes and PR before, and today I'm actually wearing some of the blushes and the highlights, so I'll show you guys when I do my demo, but they are a really, really good brand. So when they collaborated with Angelica, which is one of my favorite channels, I was so excited, and I'm so happy that they sent me this in PR. So we're gonna go ahead and zoom in. I'm gonna show you guys everything, but before we do that, let me show you guys the daylight swatches of this palette. I have to say, I think Angelica did an amazing job with color selection here. These are really, really, really cool colors. I'll also give you guys a quick little comparison on how it looks compared to the Kaleidos palette, because I know a lot of you guys wanted to see how close is this to Club Nebula. I will be showing you guys that as well, but let's go ahead and let's zoom in. Let me show you guys this eye look, how I came up with these two different looks, and then at the end I'll give you guys some final details. All right guys, we are zoomed in and I'm so excited to play with this. So quickly, we have the cute little PR thing here that it says for this palette I had a vision of warm but still different color story that would suit both lovers of color and lovers of neutrals. I wanted to create a color story I myself wish I had in my collection, and I wanted to share it with you. Thank you for supporting this collaboration. I hope you have as much fun with this palette as I had, and it's Love Angelica. So how cool is that, right? So if you guys watch Angelica's channel, you know that she has like a really good eye when it comes to color. So I'm very excited to see what she's done with this palette. So this is what it looks like, guys, the artwork. So this is the Hela, Oden's Eye, and Angelica palette. So cool. This is what the outside looks like, a little bit more colorful. So this one has a little bit more color than the little carton, and then the back looks just like this. It has all the colors, and this is such a creative looking palette. So cool. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I think this is gonna have green in it. I haven't opened this yet. Oh, look at the interior of that. Oh my goodness, guys, this is super on trend for spring. Like, so trending right now. There's a lot of really cool shades in here, and then it has the cool little round mirror, which I guess is useful. Actually, yeah, it's actually not a bad round mirror. Okay, so this is what it looks like. This looks really exciting, and I can't wait to put this on the lids. So I think you guys know when it comes to these collaborations, they usually sell out pretty quickly. I believe her last one with Kaleidos, that one like sold out super fast. So I would not be shocked if this sold out very quickly too. So let's do an eye look. I guess maybe we'll do two. We'll do something that's green, and then we'll do something that's purple, just so you guys can get an idea of both looks. So on this side, let's go with the greens, which are automatically what attracts me. I always love greens. I will tell you guys, these type of greens are not usually the type of greens that I love to use. However, they do look really cool on the lid. So that is totally cool. There's a color called Moss right here that I think I will love. But let's start here with Underworld, which is like a mustardy yellow green. Let's put that one all over, kind of like close to the eyebrow. What I love too is that she does have in here these like pinky tones that usually does look good with green too. So this is like a really cool palette. I'll try to make these like match each other somehow. They definitely will be different looks. That's a really pigmented, pretty green. I like that. I almost want to use this one here. So I'm going to jump into this color. I'm going to put that on the outer V. Shadows do seem on the dustier side, which usually makes them a little bit more pigmented, but you just keep that in mind when you're doing your eye makeup. Maybe we'll see how this goes, but you may want to do your eye makeup first and then, you know, do your base and stuff. Usually I don't have a problem with that, but I know a lot of people like to know that. Yeah, you could tell they're a little bit on the dustier side. I just washed all my brushes yesterday, and now I'm like looking at so much color. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to wash these all over again. These are very pigmented and pretty. Look at how pretty that green is. So let's jump into, I really want to use this color called Venom. I don't know, I'm just like jumping into all the colors that I typically would not use, but they are all, ooh my goodness, this is a cool color. This looks like a dress I just bought, the same color. That is so pigmented. It has all these beautiful glitters in it. That's gorgeous. And then I'm going to jump into this one here, Fluorescence, and I'm going to put that in the innermost corner. Ooh. I'll probably also put some type of color in the pink family on this eye just to make it blend with the other eye. But I just don't know what I'm going to do with the other eye yet, so we'll get there. We'll cross that bridge when we start doing the other eye. But wow. Let's start cleaning this up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of do that V-taper a little bit better on top and blend. And maybe what I'll do is I'll leave the lower lash line for color, for the other side's color. Like, I think this is extremely pigmented so far. I mean, these are really cool colors and you've got a lot of pigment going here. Ooh, I like this. Wow, that's pretty. Let me put on some liner mascara and then we're gonna move on to this eye and we're gonna make this side pink and then we'll tie everything together. But so far, guys, pigment-wise, very, very good. Like the green quality, so I'll be right back. All right, so I went ahead and put on some liner and mascara. Ha ha ha, look how cool that looks. I think it looks awesome. So now we're gonna go and start playing with the pinky side. I'm just color switching my brushes that I like to use for like detailing work. And I'm gonna do like almost like the same idea, only using some of the colors in the pink side. And then we'll tie everything together on the lower lash line. So let's go ahead and jump into the pink side. So now you guys can get two different ideas of looks. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do like, I guess this on the outer V, and we'll start with this like light pink on the entire lid. So let's go ahead and start with the light pink. Wow, okay, so this dusty light pink is so pigmented. I'm actually pretty shocked with this one. Sometimes these colors don't even like come off, but that was like mega pigmented. Wow, super cool. Okay, so now, hardly had to do anything there. I'm gonna go into this one here, which is like this plummy color, because I think that'll look the best with like this type of green on the other side. So I'm just gonna kind of dab it in place with, I'm using a lot of Refer brushes. This one right here is the Refer 14. I will have them listed down below. Refer is like one of my favorite brush brands, and I am an affiliate with them. So I'll list the ones that I use today, and I promise you will not regret buying their brushes. Wow, look at that. This is so pigmented. Oden's eye really has an amazing formula, and Angelica did a great job with these colors. Like right now, I'm kind of obsessed. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab, you know, I kind of really want to grab this color here. I don't know, River just looks like it's like screaming at me, so we're just gonna have to use it. This is kind of cool. River. Oh my God, it even has, does it have green in it? Oh my God, that makes me so happy because it makes me feel like my eye looks will look a little bit more cohesive. Oh my, oh, this color is insane. Now it has like glittery particles in it. It's almost like a glitter. That's really pretty. And then in the inner portion, I'm gonna grab this one and put it right next door. This actually is more peach, which I love peach. You know, I'm happy that she didn't make the other side like super pinky. I'm so tired of pinks, you know? Like there is pink in here, but it's not like, hey, do a pink lid. Like there is just some really cool colors. Like this peachy color would look so good with the green. I like that. I really do. And I'm not even done with it. And I'm kind of obsessed with it. Oh my God. Okay, so let me start blending out. I'm gonna grab, actually, you know what? I'm gonna grab these detailing brushes again, grabbing into the darkest tone one more time now that I've already put a metallic, and then I'm just gonna kind of like do that taper again. Same thing we did on the other side. And then I'm gonna grab this brush that has nothing on it besides a little bit of that pink, and I'm gonna use it to blend all the edges. Let me put on some liner and mascara, and I'll show you guys, but wow. All right, mascara on. Oh my goodness. I honestly, guys, I think this is so pretty. Quality, insanely good right now. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do the lower lash line, and I'm gonna do the opposite color on each lower lash line just to kind of like tie this look together so it doesn't look like too crazy. So I'm gonna grab a really tight lining brush, and I'm gonna go into, let's do the green eye first, and we're gonna do the dark purple color. And we're gonna put that on the lower lash line, kind of like to tight line. Like just that, just to like, so, it's like so strong. It's so strong. Okay, let's blend that a little bit, even though it's a lot of pigment down there. To the light pink, and I'm gonna put the light pink as the buffer shade. And I am going to put some mascara on the lower lash line. Okay, so green side is done. What do you guys think? I think this looks so, so cool. Look at that, green side is done. All right, let's move on to the pink side, where we're gonna put a little bit of green on. So we're gonna go ahead and color switch, clean off that. Do the same thing where we blend the other side a little bit. And then I'm gonna grab into the green that we used, the same Underworld color. We're gonna blend that on the lower lash line. All right, okay, let me finish off with some mascara, finish off the lips, and then we're gonna get into the end of this video because this looks so cool. All right, so let's get into the details. Let's get into the final thoughts. So this is the final eye look, guys, and I have to say, I think that this is the coolest eye look. I love the variation in this palette. I feel like going from like this really cool, beautiful green to this amazing deep purple with pinks. There's just so much that you can do within that color family, but you can also mix them together. This is like one of those colorful person's dream. Like if you love color, I think that this is going to be the palette for you. And if you don't like color, I also think that this might be a really fun palette because she used more of like these neutral colors, which is like funny thing to say, but like neutral, colorful colors that they're more on the neutral scale. So you don't have to just do all color, which I really love that. And I just like the selection of colors in here. I think she did a great job. Also, these metallics here are just phenomenal. Like they're not even like real metallics. Like these are metallics with amazing glitter in them. Like not every single one of them, but so many of them have so many beautiful glitter particles in it that it's just like, it's so beautiful. This color here is very reminiscent to me of like the Huda Beauty, I always say that, Huda Beauty formula, like from the Python Obsessions, that she had like that beautiful green that had all the glitters in it. Like this is a beautiful, beautiful palette. I have to say that it's really spectacular. I'm also kind of dying over this color right here, that it's peachy shade that's a little bit thicker, and it's more of like a glittery formula. You guys see like kind of like when you blend it out, it just turns, it just like runs for days and it's full of glitter, but it looks chunky when you put it on your finger and you're like, oh, what's going on here? But when you blend it, it just like smooths out and it just drops all this glitter everywhere. I think this is a beautiful palette. I think that if you can get your hands on this, you will be extremely, extremely, extremely excited. But I do know that there's a lot of you guys that want to know how close is this to Club Nebula. So let me just show you a side-by-side comparison of these two palettes. Club Nebula was the one that she released with Kaleidos, and it looks just like this, so you guys remember. And then this one right here is the new palette. So you guys can see, like, yes, maybe there is some colors that maybe are dominant colors that she likes to use for outer V, that they might be kind of similar, but in comparison, like, I don't think they're exactly like the same palette. Like, these are obviously different. This guy went a little bit on the blue scale, whereas this one went more into the purples and the pinks. But I will swatch them side by side so that you guys can get an idea of these two palettes side by side, just in case you own Club Nebula. But me personally, I personally do not think like they're the same. Like if you have one, you don't need the other. Like definitely not. They're definitely different, but they have, like, you could tell it was curated by the same person. Like, she has a certain aesthetic, and say I'm a huge fan. I also use 2 other products from Oden's Eye. So if you guys decide to jump on the Oden's Eye website and you want to try some other stuff, I did try today this blush as well. This is gorgeous. This is called Water Lily, and it's the blush I have on today. It has so much pigment to it, and it's a beautiful, beautiful color. And then to top off with my highlight, I use this. This is kind of cool. Now, it's a chunkier, more glittery highlight, so if you don't like that, then definitely this isn't for you. But it had a really cool effect. So this is from the Norris collection. I don't know if they still have this, but this is the Veil. But this was called Veil of Future. I think that's what it's called, but it's such a cool highlight. So I definitely will have to give this my stamp of approval. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if they're going to be selling this little scarf thing that came in the PR. This is actually really cute. One side is like a very neutral kind of idea, and then the other side's very colorful, and it's really cute. You can use this as like a headscarf, and it actually would work really good as a headscarf, but I don't know if it's going to be part of the collections. But lately I feel like a lot of brands do allow you to buy some of the stuff that comes in PR, so just in case, I did want to tell you that the headscarf is actually really cute. So anyways, that is where we're going to leave this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and this is available February 14th. These type of collections usually do sell out, so if you do like it, jump over to the Oden's Eye website. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.